Welcome back everyone to another full trade recap. Now a lot seems to have happened today. I've just got back on the charts, ready to do my daily review, and there seems to be a huge move here. I caught my piece of the pie this morning. I was done before the 10 a.m. macro. So let's jump into my analysis. Let's jump into the trade I took, why I took the 1-to-1 risk to reward instead of holding for wider targets, and why I actually did that and why that was more profitable in the long run. So let's go into my high time frame analysis. So on the daily time frame and obviously the 4 hour, we've swept out this intermediate term low and we've started to react quite bullishly. This huge wick here is acting as a rejection wick. Price on NQ is holding this wick perfectly and we're pushing back up higher. Let me just go to the start of the session here, which was around here. So yeah, we're reacting from this wick. On top of that, we have a bullish SMT. ES, as you can see, if we go down to ES here, we actually have swept that low. So we have that bullish SMT right there, as you can see. And yeah, NQ started reacting bullishly. So coming into the day, I had these different scenarios. I'm actually going to go into my Discord here in my VIP section where I had these pre-market scenarios marked out. So option 1, respect bullish fair value gaps. Inverse the 50-minute bearish, then target the 4-hour high. Second scenario was respect the 15-minute fair value gap up here, inverse this 15-minute and then displace back to the lows, invalidating the SMT. And then my third one was price displaces all the way down to this hourly intermediate term low and then starts to displace higher up towards my bullish jaws. But I was definitely leaning more bullish coming into this session for sure. As you can see, price initially came down and delivered from this 15-minute gap. And coming into the session, I was a little bit conflicted short term because, as you can see, we're delivering from this 15-minute here. We're also delivering from this 15-minute above. So because price is reacting from this 15-minute above, I want to see prices come down and ideally sweep out this sell side for us to then get longs. And as you can see right here on the... So we actually get pretty much what's on the higher time frame, on the lower time frame here. So as you can see here, we started to... Let's go down to the lower time frame here. We put in this nice 1-minute fair value gap. Right here. What happens here is price then gets a super strong bullish reaction, and you might think, oh well, this is a bit weird, we got it out of nowhere, but this is the exact same concept we have on the higher time frame. So we get this 1-minute inverse here, we get nice displacement up, really good displacement close through this 1-minute inverse, trend line liquidity resting above. Now if you look on ES, this was that same low on NQ. We had an SMT at the lows right here. And this was super clean. We had the SMT at the lows, we had super strong displacement, and we had the 1-minute inverse on NQ, which gave us a really strong displacement candle. Resting above, we had trendline liquidity. On the higher time frame, we also had trendline liquidity at the highs right here. But we did have this 15-minute gap, which was currently being respected. Now, I entered my base hit play for the day on this 1-minute candle close. Stop loss resting at the low, which would invalidate the SMT. And I just targeted a 1-to-1. The problem we have at the moment is that you are not able to risk the full amount you want to. You cannot risk $250, for example, on a funded account when the stop loss is 95 points. It's not mathematically possible. So unfortunately, you have to risk lighter. It's always better to risk lighter, never over risk compared to what you're supposed to risk. So I just targeted a 1-to-1 on this trade. Knowing that this trendline liquidity will get run, and obviously it happened to line up nicely with the 50% of this 15-minute gap as well. As you can see, I think there was some type of tweet or something that came out there, but we had a huge displacement candle up, and then it went to our draw anyway. Now, the reason I didn't hold higher here is because we were trading into this 15-minute fair value gap. If I could have, I would have scaled partials there and then left a runner to this high. But as I said, you cannot risk properly when the volatility is this high. So that's something to note when backtesting actually. If you only have like a 95-point stop, don't scale profits when you wouldn't be able to scale in live time. That's something really important actually to note when backtesting. But as you can see, what would have been my full TP got hit super nicely there for a 2-hour. But I just took the 1-hour base hit today. I think this was super clean. And then we actually got, if we play price through, we did get, I believe, a pretty decent short here. Yeah, so if you look here, we were delivering from this 15-minute gap to the left. We got really nice shorts here. I said on stream, I'm done for the day. That's my trade. A lot of people on stream took this and then got off. But there was a potential short here if you either didn't like the long or you were bearish. I obviously didn't take this. You could have caught this for a 1-to-1 restored hard stop there at the order block and then just target a 1-to-1 on this trade. And as you can see, that also played out. And yeah, the rest of the price action today, obviously I only trade AM sessions, so that's all I will be recapping. Seems like there was some decent PM session trades, but I do not trade the PM session. As well, there was a nice continuation short here. We retapped into this 5-minute gap. The 15-minute was over. The 5-minute was overruling the delivery from this 15-minute. But again, I wouldn't really be taking these trades. I was more bullish. Like the higher time frame for me is much more bullish. This was my draw on liquidity for the day. This 4-hour intermediate term high. So it would have taken an A+ short for me to actually short today. And plus, like I said, one trade and done for the day. That's the best thing to do for your discipline. So yeah, we did get these continuation shorts that ended up failing by the look of it as well, and then just chopping around for the rest of the day. We already had the 2 moves which displaced us up and then back down. So I was done for the day. Let me know how you guys got on. If you have any questions about this day, as always, drop me a message on Discord. It'll be one of the top links in the description. If you want to trade live with me every single day as well in live time, a lot of people caught this trade with me today, then make sure to check out my Discord as well. Everything you need to know about that is in there. And of course, subscribe for more free educational content, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.